Hello, basketball coaches and basketball players. My name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today what I'm going to talk to you about is 6 different plays that you can run at the high school level against slower defensive teams. Now, what I'm going to do is say three offenses against man-to-man defense, and then the other 3 offenses I'm going to show you is going to be against the 2-3 zone, because these are the 2 types of defenses that you're most likely going to see if you're playing against a slower team. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check out these basketball plays. Okay, so this first play and the first 3 plays I'm going to show you are going to be up against a man-to-man defense, like I've already mentioned. Now, what we're going to be starting with is a Horns offense. And what we're going to be starting with is player 4 setting a screen for player 2. Player 2 is then going to be popping up, and we're going to have player 5 screening down for player 3 as well at this point in time. Player 2 is going to be popping up, and player 1 is going to be then doing a dribble handoff with player 2. Player 2 is going to get that ball. Player 4, he's going to be popping out, and of course, player 2 could take that shot. Now, the other option is going to be player 1 clearing out, and let's say just by chance player 2 fought through both of those screens. What we're going to be having now is either player 3 open for a 3-point shot. Player 3 could have also cut into the key and could have had a nice floater. Or what could happen is player 2 could then go and set a dribble handoff. Let's say player 3 was covered, set a dribble handoff with player 3, and player 3 is then going to drive towards the basket. Meanwhile, we have everyone popped out. He could have an open lane to the basket. If he doesn't, and there's a player playing help defense or 2, he could pop it out for a mid-range or 3-point shot with players 4 or 5. However, if you're playing against a slower team, most likely he's just going to have a wide open lane right towards the basket. Now, another play that you can run is going to be a nice quick play, and what we're going to have is player 3 and player 4 setting up a wall screen here, and player 5 setting a back screen on player 2. Player 2 is then going to be cutting baseline using 5, 3, and 4 as a screen, and he's going to be popping out towards the wing or the free throw line extended, somewhere in that area. That is where player 1 is going to go and pass him the ball for that hopefully open 3-point shot. Now, definitely if player 2 is faster than his man, these 2 screens are going to be setting him wide open for this shot. And of course, I have to mention the 5-out motion offense. The pass and cut, as well as the pass and screen away. However, what I want to see against a slower team is the pass and cut. This is going to open up a ton of different opportunities. So if we have player 1 passing to player 2, he's going to cut in front of his man, having his hand high up, so that he can hopefully get that pass. And if he does, he could have an open lane to the basket, or he could collapse the defense for a pass out for a 3. If he's not open, he's going to then clear out, and we're going to have player 4 filling his spot. And if player 1 is definitely much faster than his man, instead of player 5 filling out player 4's spot, what he could do is set up a screen for player 1. Player 1 could then pop out. This could be a swing over to player 1 for a 3-point shot. Now, that's only if player 1 is fast enough. So there's different options. If you have some slower wings, when your cutter comes popping back out, he can then use a screen here so that he can possibly get open. Now, against the 2-3 zone, I personally really like to run the triangle motion offense. Now we're going to have player 1 passing over to player 2. That's going to bring player 3 up. Player 1 is going to pop down here. He could have an open shot. However, what we're going to be looking for now, because this is going to draw a double team. If player 1 gets the ball, he could take the shot, but again, single coverage in a zone. And we're going to be having players playing roughly defensively in those spots. Now, what I want to see is a swing back around or a screen for player 1 who can get cleared open, and we can have player 4 popping out, and this could be now a swing around the 3. However, what we're going to be doing now is having player 3 pop down. This is a little bit different than the regular motion that I've showed you in the past, where we now have player 5 setting a screen on player 3, player 3 blue setting a screen on wherever this third defender is out here, and we're going to be having player 2 cutting through and out to the free throw line extended. Player 4 is going to take a dribble or two out to that side. This could be an open 3-point shot. Now, a player in the past for me has gotten a ton of points off of this play, off of that swing. However, if he's not open, player 1 was able to swing through. We're going to have player 4 now cut down back into that triangle offense. We're going to have player 1 and 5 pop out. And again, player 4 could be open for that 3-point shot, because now that we have swung the ball, now we have the opportunity against the 2-3 zone to catch them off their defense, off their zones, so that now player 4 can easily get the 3-point shot. There's a few different ways of beating a zone, and by swinging the ball around the 3, you will be able to beat a zone quite easily. Now, against a 2-3 zone, I personally really like the Horns offense, and this is the one play that I really like. So if you're a Horns offense team, this is a good play for you. Player 5 is going to pop up, and he's going to be screening for player 1. Player 1 is then going to drive towards the rim. He's going to be attacking this opening. The reason for that is that's going to collapse players 3 and 5, and player 2 now could be wide open for a 3 if he's a really good shooter, or he could be cutting baseline, and if that's the case, this could be a lob or a bounce pass to player 2 for a layup. So there's a couple of different options here. The other option also is player 4 could now be cutting towards the rim, and if player 4 red is not able to cut him off, again, a lob pass, a bounce pass, a couple of different options for getting player 4 an easy basket. Now with the ball up top, what we could have now is a 3-out, 2-in basketball offense. And what I personally like to do is have player 1 pass over to player 2. He might have had to dribble over to that side just a bit to pass that ball over to him, which would then bring player 3 up and possibly bring player 2 over if they're really trying to press you. And at this time, we can have player 5 setting a screen on player 5 red, either below or above. If he's above, player 4 can go to the high post. If he's below, he can go to the low post. And in one of those two spots, he should have an easy jump shot or an easy layup/hook shot. Now, I hope that these plays help your team win more games. If they do, let us know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys again later today for the second video of the day.